In the neon-lit sprawl of Neo-Seoul, where skyscrapers pulsed with holographic ads and drones hummed through the night, Ji-hoon was a quiet, unassuming art teacher. At 29, he lived a predictable life, sketching in his modest apartment and teaching bored high schoolers about color theory. His days were orderly, his heart cautious until he met Soo-jin. Soo-jin was a whirlwind of charm and mystery, a freelance photographer who appeared at Ji-hoon's favorite cafe one rainy afternoon. Her sharp wit and radiant smile disarmed him, and her portfolio of haunting, surreal photos captivated his artist's soul. They bonded over late-night talks about dreams, fears, and the beauty of imperfection. Ji-hoon, who'd always played it safe, felt alive for the first time. Soo-jin was his muse, his spark, his everything. But Soo-jin had a secret. Her photos weren't just art, they were clues. She was a vigilante, tracking down criminals who slipped through the cracks of Neo-Seoul's corrupt justice system. Her camera captured their crimes and her hands delivered justice in the shadows. Ji-hoon, oblivious, fell deeper in love, painting her in vibrant hues of crimson and gold, unaware of the blood on her hands. One night, Ji-hoon stumbled across a locked folder on Soo-jin's laptop while borrowing it to edit a sketch. Curiosity got the better of him. Inside were photos of men, bruised, terrified, or worse, alongside detailed dossiers of their crimes: human trafficking, extortion, murder. His heart sank as he pieced it together. The woman he loved was a killer. Shocked, Ji-hoon confronted Soo-jin in her dimly lit studio, surrounded by her eerie photographs. "Who are you?" he demanded, his voice trembling. Soo-jin didn't flinch. She explained her mission. Her sister had been a victim of a powerful gangster who walked free. The system failed her, so Soo-jin took matters into her own hands. "I'm not a monster," she said, her eyes cold but honest. "I'm justice." Ji-hoon was torn. He loved her, but her world was a moral abyss. He spent sleepless nights wrestling with his conscience. Should he turn her in, run away, or join her? The city's underbelly began to reveal itself to him. Corrupt officials, untouchable crime lords, and victims crying for help. He saw Soo-jin's targets weren't just random. They were predators who preyed on the weak. One evening, Ji-hoon followed Soo-jin to an abandoned warehouse. She was tailing a smuggler notorious for exploiting refugees. Ji-hoon watched from the shadows as she set a trap, her movements precise and fearless. But the smuggler wasn't alone. His guards spotted her. A fight broke out and Ji-hoon, heart pounding, grabbed a pipe and knocked out one of the guards to save her. Blood stained his hands now too. They escaped breathless into the night. Soo-jin looked at him, not with gratitude but with a question. "Are you in or out?" Ji-hoon realized he couldn't go back to his old life. He didn't condone her methods, but he couldn't ignore the rot in Neo-Seoul either. Together they formed an uneasy partnership, her fire tempered by his compassion. Ji-hoon used his art to expose corruption, creating viral murals that sparked public outrage, while Soo-jin dismantled the criminals from the shadows. Their love grew, but it was fragile. Ji-hoon struggled with the weight of their actions, and Soo-jin's relentless drive scared him. When a detective began closing in, Ji-hoon proposed they disappear, start fresh somewhere far away. Soo-jin refused. "This city needs me," she said. In a final act of love, Ji-hoon tipped off the detective anonymously, ensuring Soo-jin's arrest but also her safety from a vengeful crime lord. As Soo-jin was led away in handcuffs, she smiled faintly at Ji-hoon, knowing he'd betrayed her to save her. He returned to his quiet life, but his art now carried a sharper edge, exposing truths he'd once ignored. Neo-Seoul began to change slowly as people demanded justice inspired by his work.